Please select a mission.
Boss, Quiet still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking.
What?
If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence.
You want to let her out?
Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right?
But her...
I say work with her, see what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base. As for Miller, well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. The best part is, hiding is her specialty. If no one sees her leave the base, the staff will be none the wiser.
And if she gets away?
If that happens, you'll have to take care of her. But I have faith in you, boss. I think Quiet sees something in you.
It's a big risk.
But it's for the good of all of us. And besides, you can't deny her talent. Her unique skills and abilities would give you a hell of an edge out there.
I'll think it over.
Deploying.
There's 6 targets. Our contract is to kill them all. And the client is the general they served under. He wants them dead to keep them from talking. Check a VI on your iDroid for more information. That's Bumpheavy Plantation.
The map
The targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
placed. Marker placed. Strike requested. Please remain clear.
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Strike will commence shortly.
6 targets are at Heavy Plantation and Kungenga Mine. Locate them, and then eliminate them.
Enemy
That's
presence.
Heavy Plantation.
The map
The
announced
targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
You have arrived at your destination. Strike will commence shortly. Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone.
CFDF begrepen. Weerswachtzaam in. Rating vijandheid. Uit.
Will commence shortly.
Alles geht sneller. De CFDF. Uitvalspositie. Alle eenheden. Uitvalspositie.
That was target confirmed dead. Impressive work, boss. 5 targets remaining. Head for the Kungenga Mine.
Updated.
Wat is een aanval? Je hebt een ongeval.
Boss, come in. Boss? Boss!
The 6 targets are at Heavy Plantation and Kungenga Mine. Locate them, and then eliminate them.
Strike analysis complete. Enemy presence
That's
detected.
Heavy Plantation.
Has been updated.
Targets are mixed in with the soldiers in that base. Use the VI to identify them.
Strike will commence shortly.
CFDF is Zulu 4. In dit geval uit die blote. Geen teken van die vijand. Oor. De CFDF begrepen. Weerswachtzaam in. Rating vijandheid. Uit. CFDF is Delta in. In dit geval uit die blote. Geen teken van die vijand. Oor.
That was target confirmed dead. Impressive work, boss. 5 targets remaining. Head for the Kungenga Mine.
Has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be that's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut him in half. Cut it carefully, boss.
CFDF begrepen. Doe nu onderzoek. Maar wees vervachtig. Uit. CP, dit is Delta 6. Vijand uit die oog verloor. Ons gaan die gebied fyn kamp. Oor. Dit is CP, begryp. Vrylaat hulle nie op voorspring nie. Goed die voor. Uit. HK. Dis CP. Ons het die vijand ingetrek, maar kontak verloor laat.
Resource supplies requested.
HK, dis CP, kom in. HK, kom in.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Supply drop complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Onbekende vijandelijke vechter in zicht. Bezig om contact te bewerkstelligen.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy
Here's the
presence
mine.
detected.
5 targets are being held captive at that outpost. The VI on your iDroid will show you where they are.
Analysis strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike commence shortly. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly.
CP, dit is Delta 4. Ons is aan het aanval. Hier
air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, and that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
Yeah, good luck trying to 100% this. It's pretty fun, besides the grinding. Yeah, sorry about that.
Supplies requested.
I'll do these missions perfect stealth after going through them like this, so I don't have to free roam and destroy the anti-air radars and the delivery points manually. Nice. I'll get my GMP back easily with the diamonds.
Bingo. You know what to do. They're lives for a fistful of diamonds, huh? And what happens after that? They can't go home. They've only got two options. Heaven or hell.
No, there's another.
Utter heaven. Tape's rolling, boss.
How about it, Cos? Looks like our client just got outbid.
We got the recording. Objective accomplished.
Let's go.
We'll bring him back to Mother Base. Now, for the RV. There's some high ground downriver. I'll have the chopper set down there. Lead the kids to safety. Listen, the kids don't get hurt. No matter what, you bring him back alive. Exit the cave and turn left, then pass through the swamp and follow the river downstream.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You'll have to lead the kids to the RV.
Updated.
Can they all walk?
Updated.
Yeah, that was the original
Doesn't look like he can walk.
intention.
You still gonna help him?
Caution. Rain approaching.
Boss, if even one of those kids die, the mission's a failure. Be careful.
CP, de Zulu team. Tekens van vijandige activiteit. Scherp securiteit.
They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
I'm not gonna lie, this is fun playing this way. I usually only do stealth.
You're those kids' only support out there. You need to give them orders. Lead them to the objective area. But they won't hear you if you're too far away from them. Keep that in mind.
This is Ocelot's pistol. Come on. I haven't done this mission without the Fulton in ages. Yeah, it sometimes does that.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
They won't hear you if you're too far away from them.
An airstrike requested. Analysis please remain clear of the strike zone.
Looks like they found out the kids escaped. The enemy's gonna tighten security. But he's coming after you. Watch your back.
Strike will commence shortly. Enemy presence detected. Clouds approaching.
This is fun, to be honest.
Support
Chopper will be arriving any minute. Hurry to the RV.
Come on.
enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Enemy presence detected. The map
This is
has
Pequod.
been updated.
Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Support helicopter has arrived.
These guys deserve to die.
Strike requested.
Come on.
Please remain clear.
Target acquired. In
Enemy presence detected.
All this for a bunch of child soldiers.
Strike will commence shortly.
Rockets away. This is Pequod. No targets remaining. Ending attack run and we'll stand by at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Target extracted.
Support helicopter has arrived.
The target on the chopper. Alright, target extracted. Target extracted. Anyone else? Good. That's the target extracted. Target extracted. Is that everyone?
Gaining altitude.
Alright, objective complete. Come on back to base. Just keep the target safe.
Buddy departing area of operations.
Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been development project has been added.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional.
I don't know why I got an A rank even after that.
Good. You captured it alive.
What you thinking, boss?
I'm thinking that he's tougher than he looks. A little training, he'll make himself useful.
Never like kids. Especially ones with guns.
See, kid's a natural.
No. He's no natural. Far from it. You probably noticed on the way in, we've expanded housing. They'll have their own quarters, separate from ours. Won't be counted as staff.
So what, we're running a daycare now?
They'll learn how to read and write. Do basic jobs.
Chance at a real life. Just not from behind a gun.
Being behind a gun's what we do, boss. There's no room for angels in our heaven.
Clouds approaching.
I got a new mission for you, boss. Your client is one of the kids you rescued from that mine. According to the kids, people often disappear from the mine to a place called Nzoyabadiabulu, the Devil's House. On top of that, Sanger's involved with the place. Check your iDroid for the mission details.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
is being forced to work at the mine. He was separated from the others and taken away to Ngumba Industrial Zone. The locals call this place Nzoya Badia Bulu, the Devil's House. Boss, find Shivani and extract him safely. You can check the target's location on your iDroid. To the sunken road, Minoko Yanyoka, the snake's mouth.
Marker placed.
I get it. Looks like that's the only way to the objective area.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
Hands up. Speak.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Hands up. Speak.
The map has been updated.
Move. Spit it out.
The map has been updated. Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Onbekende vijandelijke vechteren zich bezig om contact te bewerkstelligen.
Guard post captured. You have arrived at your destination.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker place. Marker placed. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
De CMV begrijpt. Vindt die vijand sniper in. Pas dan uit.
Marker placed. Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly.
Civiel staat op 4. Vijandige scherpschutters verloren. Wat is de situatie? Alle eenheden staan bij. Civiel is Zulu 2. Hij is aangevallen, maar kan je die vijand zien? Oor. De CMV begrijpt. Wees waakzaam in. Rijd die vijand uit.
Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly.
Wees waakzaam in. Rijd die vijand uit.
Marker place.
Destroyed their anti-air radar? It wasn't one of the targets, but that's put a hole in their air surveillance. The chopper will be able to get in close now. You can designate a landing zone near the outpost.
De CMV begrijpt. Wees waakzaam in. Rijd die vijand uit. De CMV begrijpt. Wees waakzaam in. Rijd die vijand uit.
Boss, you need to extract Shabani, the leader of the boys. You can check the target's VI on your iDroid. Why the burned bodies? Doesn't look like a cremation to me. Was it to cover something up? Why the burned bodies? Doesn't look like a cremation to me. Was it to cover something up?
presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Outpost captured. Outpost captured. Intel file obtained.
Picked up an intel file. Looks like a map to the objective area. It's on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Even got a guard post there. Security sure is tight. I guess they don't want anyone poking around. Supposedly the valley up ahead is covered in mist almost year-round. The objective area bridge has collapsed.
Detected.
Looks like you'll have to go down through the valley.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Marker placed. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Guard post captured.
There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the path.
I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back. I'm bringing my new toy with me. Dad was such a drag. Every day he did the same thing, dressed the same, sit in front of the same kind of game. Yeah, he was just that kind of guy. Then one day he goes and kills us all. He couldn't even be original about the way he did it. I'm not complaining. I was dying of boredom anyway. But guess what? I will be coming back. I'm bringing my new toy with me.
There's a lot of erosion in that tunnel. Could come down any minute. Watch your step.
Destination.
You've reached the objective area. Now look for the target. I just hope he's alive. No sign of any guards. It's never good when things are too quiet. Be careful. The target is in that industrial zone. Find him. If he's being held captive, he's most likely indoors.
Extraction
What is that?
of mother base.
Boss, here's Shivani. The target is in that industrial zone. Find him. If he's being held captive, he's most likely indoors. There's something embedded in their throats. The hell is that for? Some kind of medical treatment? The place is totally unsanitary. There's something embedded in their throats. The hell is that for?
Shabani. The boy sent me.
Enje mosegenet og banetod. No goibe kiaban. Burn with the rest of them.
Roger. I'll send the chopper. He'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop him before it arrives. This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Skullface. So he was in Africa after all. Working behind the scenes, even that man on fire at his beck and call. But what the hell was going on at the Devil's House? Earphones embedded in people's throats, tapes playing voices. And those lumps on their chests. They looked like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground. But we were recording audio the whole time you were there. We'll conduct a thorough analysis of it.
Good. You captured it alive.
Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Mission accept. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Eliminate the high-ranking CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.
Please select a mission. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, we have an emergency. Mother Base is under attack. The enemy is over on one of our platforms, and they're holding some of our staff hostage. If we don't do something, they'll try to take off with our men.
Please select
That would mean
a
losing
mission.
some of our finest
Heading to
manpower.
Mother Base.
Boss, take back that platform.
Deploying.
Infiltrate the platform under enemy control and eliminate their commander. The moment they lose their chain of command, we'll move in and suppress the rest. The enemy have taken some of our staff hostage and are threatening to kill them if they're attacked. You can't rely on support from us this time. Anything we do might be seen as an attack. Boss, forgive me. Can't believe I let an enemy force in right under my nose. But one thing's for sure, they're gonna pay for it. Make certain of that, boss.
guard up and find them. Out. CP, this is Zulu 1. Lost sight of the enemy. We're going to search the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch yourselves. Don't let them flank you. Out.
Giving cover fire! Move! Let's hunt him down! Move! He's here! You
Extract him. Good thinking. We'll make him squeal till he's paid his due.
Attention hostile force. We have eliminated your commander. Escape is impossible. Lay down your weapons immediately. Surrender now. You will not be fired upon.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss. Boss, we figured out who that enemy commander was. He was on the staff at Mother Base 9 years back. Despite surviving the attack, he broke off from us and spent his years terrified that a cleanup squad would come after him. The isolation screwed with his sense of loyalty, A rumor, source unknown, had him convinced that the attack 9 years ago was orchestrated by you yourself. The big boss sold out his comrades to hide from the world. He thought that's why you weren't at the base that day. He was so desperate to take us down, he built up his own PF, copying us in every way. His idea of the perfect revenge. But in the end, he was just a victim of disinformation. I'll leave you to decide how to deal with him.
Heading to FOB.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Unit function.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated.
Infiltration successful.
commencing platform commencing platform commencing commencing platform commencing platform construction. Commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform construction commencing platform construction commencing platform construction. Commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform commencing platform construction. Commencing platform commencing platform construction.
Quiet's being held in a cell on the medical platform. She slipped out on more than one occasion, but she always comes back on her own. Maybe out of loyalty to you.
Development project has been added. Please specify a project. Heading to FOB. Analysis complete. specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Mission not accepted. Development project has been added. Please specify a project. Heading to FOB.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Infiltration successful.
Heading to FOB. Deploying.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Infiltration successful.
Please specify a project. Clouds approaching. Please select a landing zone heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Afrikaans English interpreter operating somewhere in that area. If you extract him, it could be plenty useful for us.
Stay okay.
to extract him.
Action arrived at Mother Base. The map has been updated. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Marker placed. Marker placed.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge. You should hear the stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious. They're faced with something they don't understand, and a kind of mass hysteria has broken out. I've gotten wind of countless plots to take her out.
There are no grounds for this suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat?
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Cypher. We have men that lost their buddies to her organization.
But you could say that about more than just her. Plenty of the men used to fight for another side, but they've all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cypher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her? She's our ticket to Cypher, and her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
That'll make me sick.
Her marksmanship, speed, stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once. While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't need a spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See, I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No, there's one person who could.
Hey, you trying to get the boss killed?
Well, why don't we talk to him? See if he's willing to take her along.
I don't like this.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make a good team. You called that thing Sahelanthropus. Where does the name come from?
Well, several years ago, an excavation team discovered a hominid skull in the Sahel region.
Central Africa, the Southern Sahara.
Cypher gave the specimen the name Sahelanthropus, Man of Sahel. And then they covered the whole thing up.
Why?
They probably wanted to monopolize information about human evolution to have a head start in their genetic research. At least, until they had an idea of what they'd found.
It was that big of a discovery, huh?
Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood up.
There should be a Kikongo English interpreter somewhere in that area. If you extract him, it could be plenty useful for us.
Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human. In other words, Sahelanthropus was a gracile hominid, estimated to have lived about 7 million years ago. What's significant about it is how its skull's foramen magnum faces down. In other words, its spinal column supported its head from underneath.
It stood upright.
Right. which would mean Sahelanthropus walked upright 3 million years before Australopithecus, making it the world's oldest human species.
Walking upright. I get it. Hence the name Sahelanthropus for your machine.
Walking upright was the decisive difference between our ancestors and other anthropoids. Our brains could get heavier once they were supported by the spinal column. That led to the use
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
of communication through language. Only man is capable of this. My creation will be the progenitor of all bipedal weapon platforms.
And you did this for Cypher.
No, not at all.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Best proof that I never betrayed you guys.
What do you mean?
The reconstructed Sahelanthropus skull looked exactly like the skull we used as our logo 9 years ago in the Caribbean.
An army without a nation. Outside the world order.
The design was based on Pangea, the supercontinent that existed 250 million years ago, right?
Yeah. When the world was a single landmass. That concept's at the source of our strength.
I felt the same way about Sahelanthropus. Sure, I was forced to build it under their orders, but I always wanted to put its technology back in our hands someday. That's the reason I incorporated the old insignia into Sahelanthropus' name. Don't you see? That's how much I was thinking about you guys.
Oh, I see, all right. I see someone desperate to cover his ass. You can say whatever you want after the fact. But that skull also symbolizes somebody else. Skullface.
Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
Okay, subject is in.
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Snake, you finally came. Just don't record this, okay?
Not recording anything. What's this about?
What I'm about to say stays between you and me. It's about the weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Do you know a researcher by the name of Clark? He works in the biotech industry. Real advanced stuff. His area is bioengineering, but lately he's also gotten into genetic research.
Never heard of him.
Well then, what do you know about cloning?
I think I've heard enough.
Hold on, this is important. Cloning lets you create a genetic copy of an organism. You take the nucleus of one of its cells, and you swap it with the nucleus of an unfertilized egg from another member of the same species. They started out working with plants, but since then they've had success with other organisms, including mammals. It's a hot area for a lot of places right now. Corporations, universities, research groups. There's no shortage of scientists out to get famous and patent their work, with morality taking a back seat.
Isn't that a little outside your field?
It's got nothing to do with my research. But I thought it might be of interest to you. Cloning, and Dr. Clark, I mean.
Go on.
Now, this is really highly classified stuff, but I've heard that an American biotech company has successfully cloned a human being. What's more, it happened over 10 years ago, and the researcher behind it was Dr. Clark. You've really never heard of him?
I don't meet many doctors.
This Dr. Clark is a complete ghost, even to others in his field. His age, where he comes from, that might not be his real name. And I can't even say for sure he's a he. Clark's employer, ATGC, its company motto is embracing your hopes, preserving talent.
What does this have to do with me?
Cypher. Dr. Clark works for ATGC, and they have connections to DARPA. Cypher couldn't function without the communications network DARPA's built. Meaning, Cypher has to be a part of the Pentagon. Or at least, the two are joined at the hip. DARPA is a driving force behind human cloning. It's a pretty high priority project for them. And this Dr. Clark, some say he's a pivotal player in Cypher. But that's not all. Every cell nucleus in an organism contains the genetic information for that organism. Think of it as a blueprint for life. Clark appears to be working on how to decode this information and rearrange it at will. If you could do that, it would mean being able to custom design human beings for specific purposes. Can you believe that? Suppose for a moment that this is all fact. A man of your talents, if your genetic information died with you, that would be a terrible loss for mankind. But what if mankind could preserve you for future generations by cloning you?
All right, enough. I get the idea.
Look, I know it's inductive reasoning, but this weapon to surpass Metal Gear they're developing in Africa, I believe it's something that uses this new technology. Speaking as a fellow scientist, it chills me to the bone.
That's rich coming from you.
If genes serve as our blueprint, then I wonder if they include an impulse that drives us to tweak the design. Can you imagine that? Genes, encoded with information that wants its children to decode it. Is life itself putting the direction of our next evolution in the hands of scientists? I guess it would take some real arrogance to believe that. And yet, it could be what Cypher's after.
I think you're barking up the wrong tree. But that was an interesting story. It'd make a good movie.
You have to believe me.
Where'd you hear all this anyway?
Where? I just overheard it in bits and pieces while I was forced to do that research for them.
Right.
Wait a minute. Look, I want to help you. I want to be of service here. I'm risking my life with this.
Is that so? Maybe it's time we brought someone else into the conversation.
No, not him. Not Ocelot. You can't do this.
Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Cypher's truck. The PF was transporting two things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt. Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt. However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Shinkolobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago. But you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation, like in Niger, Namibia, South Africa. Why go to an abandoned mine to scrape up whatever's left and ship it out in mass quantities without refining it? They were transporting that yellow cake too, which would suggest they have the technology to refine uranium. Anyway, that about sums it up. Unfortunately, the analysis of that yellow cake is taking a little longer. I'll let you know when it's done.
Select unit. Staff dismissed.
sorry to keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cypher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals, as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we checked them against the impurities found in the copper ore, it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkolobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining two sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium-enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass-produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel-type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced technology and a large-scale facility. If that kind of place existed in Zaire, the Soviet Union wouldn't sit idly by. And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake and malachite uranium? The first place that comes to mind is South Africa. The government was supposed to have abandoned nuclear weapons development after caving to international pressure. But rumors persist that it's continued in secret. Plus, ZRS were escorting the truck, and they're based out of South Africa. And then South Africa does have an abandoned test site. If Cypher's involved with nuclear development in South Africa, but how would that fit with their weapon to surpass Metal Gear? We need more information. Shinkolobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. The U.S. bought a lot of uranium from Shinkolobwe mine during World War II for the Manhattan Project. They even sent a squad from the Army Corps of Engineers to reopen the mine after it was flooded. That's how good its uranium must have been. With that, the world's first nuclear test was a success. Shinkolobwe uranium might have been used in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, too. Just hearing its name is like seeing all the phantoms of the war rise up to haunt us. But all the uranium's dried up, and the mine's been closed for years. So someone reopened it? Right. Zero Risk Security seized control of the area and were forcing locals to work in it. And the Zairean government was getting a slice of what they took in exchange for looking the other way. Mobutu has to finance his tastes somehow. He'll gladly sell the rights to some old mine. The question is, why would Zero Risk Security do this kind of thing? Or rather, why were their employers, Cypher, interested in an abandoned mine? Maybe getting trace amounts of uranium, yet to the naked eye it appears to be ordinary malachite, meaning security would be lax. Not a very efficient way of obtaining it, but easier to move. But how would they enrich it at its destination? Did the yellow cake really have a layer of highly enriched uranium in it? Having trouble believing it? No. If they say it's real, then it's real. In which case, they might have some enrichment method that we don't know about. And this was to test it out. It's possible. That would mean it's almost complete. Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over. What do you mean? Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes. A warning? Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that. I never said any of that. The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts. To the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are the reason they're so widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did. And stand up to Cypher. Of all the stupid things you could do. They'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero Big Boss. And deep down they all have their eyes on nuclear weapons. They say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Please specify a project.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still, don't expect a walk in the park. The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group, so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks, the CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off. Look at the Angola-Zaire border region. The east bank of the Munene River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA. Zaire is still a dictatorship under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs expand the war zone, and more conflicts erupt in a continuous chain reaction. Sounds like our kind of work. Mother Base could grow by leaps and bounds.
Clouds approaching. Marker placed. Supplies requested. Vehicle drop complete.
The success rate of Fulton extractions in bad weather. You need to improve the support unit.
Side ops list updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Arrived at Mother Base. Marker placed. Development project has been added. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Hard to believe how many of those bipedal weapons have popped up around Africa. When did that start? No more than 6 months ago. Didn't really hit me until I came here. They're not supposed to be in use yet. Emmerich says they were still doing the last round of fine-tuning. The doctor has no idea. His research has already hit the black market. Both sides of the Iron Curtain will have it by now. Even so, they're spreading much too fast. Sure, the Walker Gears can operate in any terrain. Their mobility's just as good in the jungle as it is in the desert. That would come in handy in a place like Africa. They are modules that can one day be used as nuclear weapon systems. And with that in mind, the numbers are way too large. There must be another reason they're so widespread. Like what? It's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product
That's the target. I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
Defend. The nuclear deterrent. Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, it's all about needs. To small-time outfits like most of these private forces, this product is a dream come true. Hell, it goes beyond PFs. This is the ultimate weapon, the forbidden fruit, for anyone with an enemy to fight and people to defend. The nuclear deterrent. Exactly. Sounds familiar, huh? PFs are all operating off your playbook. You created these times. But could this be the new weapon in Africa that Emmerich talked about? If it is, why is Cypher letting everyone and his brother get their hands on one? What comes next? Selling nuclear weapons in the open? Making them public property? Why don't they give that a try? Then the next war really will be fought with sticks. Right. The man we're dealing with isn't foolish enough to make a suicide pact with the world. So, what is Cypher really up to?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Arrived at marker placed. Side ops list updated. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
by the enemy. He was on the staff at Mother Base 9 years back. Get our men out of there, boss. To say he's a critical VIP would be a massive understatement.
You have arrived at your destination.
What took you so long?
We'll talk, but not here.
Psyops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Development complete.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. Всем боевым группам, это кафе. Все огневые силы против вражеского вертолета. This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
Please specify a project. Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Mission not accepted. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa.
the high-ranking CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.
Destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Great, you made it. I've sent the information to your map screen. That's the target's predicted location. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
The map has been updated. Strike requested. Strike will commence. Short strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly.
Well, boss, it looks like the inspection is off the table. Find another way to locate the target.
And a strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly. Analysis complete. Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
You have arrived at your destination.
Great, you made it. I've sent the information to your map screen. That's the target's predicted location. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
The map has been updated. Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly. Strike analysis complete. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly. Strike requested. Please remain clear of the strike zone. Strike will commence shortly. Please remain clear of the strike zone.
Boss, it looks like the inspection is on the table. Find another way to locate the target. The target is going to get away. Hurry up and take him out. Good. You completed the objective. Now get out of there.
Mission summary has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right. Mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? We've begun development on that new battle gear weapon that Emmerich was talking about. If you want to see how development's going, come take a look for yourself. I know you're just coming off this mission, but there are reports of child soldiers taking over Masa Village after the CFA got wiped out there. They've been raiding the surrounding villages, so the people have requested we eliminate them. Check your mission list for the details.
Please landing zone.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Mission list
Boss, I know
updated.
you're just coming off this mission, but there are reports of child soldiers taking over Masa Village after the CFA got wiped out there. They've been raiding the surrounding villages, so the people have requested we eliminate them. Check your mission list for the details.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Strike requested. Enemy
A
present.
Soviet soldier.
The map
A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians.
Marker
Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker play. Marker play. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed.
Не делай этого! Out with it. Talk.
The map has been updated. Marker placed. List updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Refuses to wear clothes. The last staff member who tried to dress her, breathing through tubes. Other than that, she's completely cooperative. She understands English. She never speaks, sweats, or breathes.
What?
Well, not with lungs, at least. She breathes through her skin. Clothing would suffocate her. Showers are okay, but she can't be submerged.
What's wrong with her?
She's drinking through her skin.
She's okay?
She's okay. She just can't move when she's taking in water. Look. See that? She hasn't eaten a thing since she got here.
She doesn't eat either?
Never. It's photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. That's the verdict from the medical staff?
No, the jury's still out. It's the only explanation for what we've seen. The GRU had a man with that ability in its Cobra unit. And we don't think she's contagious. Some of the staff can't stomach her. It's starting to affect morale.
Can't you send her on a mission?
By herself? No. But as you know, she does have skill. Why not take her out on one of your missions? She seems to like you. Of course, only if you think she'll be useful. Next time you go out, you keep her in mind.
Side op completed.
Welcome home, boss.
Please landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Weather surveillance indicates turbulence out there. Try not to get knocked out of the sky.
Got it.
Wyatt? Where does she think she's going?
You want to head out with the boss?
That'll be the day.
I don't see a problem with it, so long as she's with you. She's a crack shot, damn fine scout. Well suited for a clandestine op. Which is more than I can say for the others.
There's nothing damn fine about this... thing.
Here.
Hey,
Blades.
wait a minute! That thing costs a lot of money!
Can see each individual blade and a depth perception.
Want in?
This is ridiculous. She doesn't talk. How could you possibly stay in communication?
Right. I like working solo anyway.
Looks like you've gotten used to working with Quiet. I don't see a problem with giving her some new weapons. I've already talked it over with the R&D team.
Unit function added.
Being a scout sniper, there are two tasks you can give Quiet. The first is to infiltrate an outpost ahead of you and scout out the enemy's positions. The second is to send her to a sniping position and have her cover your infiltration. The kind of sniper support she'll provide will depend on the weapon you give her. Of course, this is all assuming she's willing to follow orders.
Please select a mission.